Alright, so here's the thing. Today I was supposed to record a second VR video. Because of yesterday when I lost half the audio, managed to scrape some back, today I re-recorded the end of that video, so it's rescued and it will be a decent video. However, the tear that's had on my heart, it really threw me in a bit of an emotional tailspin. Like something like that really catches off guard, especially when you work so single-mindedly to get something done, and really didn't feel in the mood to go through anything similar to that again today. So instead of recording another VR video today and feeling like I'm falling behind on a lot of stuff, I'm using today as a constructive day. So instead of recording that content, I've gone through all the schedule that I have ahead of me. I've got plenty of content in the pipeline and in the schedule, so I'm okay for content for now. So I'm using today as a day to sort of gather my bearings and regain some sanity by bringing order to the world around me. And I'm doing that by catching up on the hundreds of emails I'm behind on, and I'm also heading off to the hardware store now to grab a bunch of stuff so that I can more permanently mount the Oculus sensors and stands. Well, when I say permanently, I want to set up so I can slide in a couple of them and take them out easily, also hide all the cables and make it all really neat, get rid of all the duct tape and just bring a bit of order to the chaos. So catching up on stuff, making stuff pretty, and I feel like at the end of the today this is going to be a therapy day, and I'll be constructive because it took me a bit of talking to myself to get myself to actually work today, because I was feeling really like just not in the mood to do anything. But this is something I can get excited about, so I'm going to do this. Okay, I have returned from my leisurely trip to the hardware store. So I have a bunch of these thingies which hide cables, which, as you can see up here, there's plenty of cleaning up to be done. Speaking of cleaning up that's been done, Rachel has packed up this room. So those of you who watched yesterday's vlog, that's the place it was left in, and Rachel's just a huge help because now it's this, which is amazing. That's actually the frame for the chroma key, the chroma key panorama, and it packs up and actually tucks behind those rolls there, so it's kind of cool. I would be happy to leave it like this. I'll be interested to see if Mrs. Jazz is happy with it too, because it's sort of we need to both agree on what the what do you call it, like the foundation state of the room is, because, you know, I tend to want to put more industrial things in the room that we share. So I would understand if she wants another place for it, but at the same time, I think it's kind of cool. Anyways, we'll figure that out later. I have a whole bunch of different fixtures and fittings. For example, this is going to replace the duct tape, and my plan is to sort of have that hanging there and have the Oculus Rift sensors hanging. Let me show you, like this. Wait, there you go. Like that, from these hanging fixtures, sort of up there, like that. So hopefully that'll neaten things up quite a lot. I'm gonna run a whole bunch of cables and just get rid of all the crap, and I guess this will be my DIY therapy for, you know, bringing my chaotic world back into a bit of order. I'm feeling better already. This is good. Okay, I know I said I was bringing order to a world of chaos, but this is just the aftermath of bringing that order. So I'm just, I'm gonna deal with this another time. But anyways, I wanted to show you what I got done today because I am super happy with it. First of all, look at the distant look. Look at that. Now obviously, you know, there's plenty of techie stuff. Ignore the ladder in the corner. But all of that stuff we had set up in the last few days, including the sensors to the Oculus Rift, have all been really neatly tucked away. So let's start off with this in the corner. I built this little stand. The sensor here, you can see it's on an arm, so I can actually extend that or rotate it, so when I have the green screen, I can pull that out to a more efficient angle. Otherwise I can rest it like that. The cable for the that sensor is attached to the USB extension cable there, and weaved through a really nice invisible conduit thing. You can see it comes out there. And then the cables for this sensor and this sensor go to a USB hub. All of that is neatly tucked into and wrapped up in this little cord conduit thing. So we have the extension cable and then another extension cable going to that hub, both running down here all the way down to the computer. And the other thing I've done is this desk, which runs and handles both of my VR headsets. As you can see, has a bunch of cords going into it, so I've neatened those up because I always got worried about them being tangled and not knowing which was short and which was long because they're all sort of intertwined. Whereas now we have the Oculus wires and then the power and LAN cables. Oh god, oh, this is so satisfying. Obviously this is all still looking pretty messy, but it's all very carefully held together back here, and that all sort of comes together here. And then the other thing I've done is I've hung the Oculus controllers here. I want to make another headset stand, but I don't like this foam head anyway, so I'm going to get 2 new mannequin heads, and I'll put the Vive on one and then I'll put the Rift over on this side, so it'll be nice and symmetrical with my 2 VR headsets. How cool is that? I know most of you watching this won't care about it and will think, why am I watching a video about someone organizing their cables? But goddamn, if cable management isn't sexy sometimes. At least I feel that way. Anyways, that's it for me today. Obviously there's like little bits I need to come back and finish up later on and a little bit of mess to clean up. But overall, the outcome is something that I feel really happy about. I've gotten some productive stuff done today and feel way more energized and enthusiastic about stuff in general after choosing to do that rather than force out another video, which I think was a really good choice. And it also means that next time I come in and do VR, my head's going to be less all over the place because it's just going to be so clean and ready for me to just get started. You'll also notice that, oh, I already mentioned that, didn't I? That's the frame for the, never mind. Anyways, so yeah, I'm feeling good. But as today is a day of taking breaks from things, I'm not going to do a question of the day or anything like that. I'm just going to wrap up here. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, I'm streaming tomorrow at 9:30 AM my time. I'm looking forward to seeing you there.